JCPS just finished the first year for its new multi-million-dollar safety plan.
WDRB's Katrina Nickel and Marcus Green investigated its implementation and its effectiveness, only to discover mandatory reporting and data collection hasn't happened.
It's unanimous. That has passed.
With a yes vote from every single board member, the JCPS Board of Education passed a brand new safety plan in January 2022. Costing almost $9 million as of December, the plan requires unarmed safety administrators to build relationships and assess threats from inside schools, and armed sworn officers known as school safety officers or SSOs each monitor 3 to 7 schools by car.
Yeah, it seems to be working very well.
Board members Chris Kolb, Linda Duncan, and James Craig spoke with WDRB following the plan's first year in action.
Implementation, I think, is going much slower than we anticipated.
The board approved several policies for the plan, including regular reports and updates every time officers responded to an incident. But JCPS hasn't been producing those documents, leaving board members and the public largely in the dark.
Well, we had one kind of mid-year on our safety administrators. We did have one report.
That one report happened in December. It provided updates on hiring, but few details on SSOs responding to incidents or their effectiveness. WDRB asked for copies of all the required reports, incidents, and citations, but JCPS said it does not possess any records responsive to your request.
At this point, no, I haven't seen any, which isn't to say that it necessarily doesn't exist, but I haven't seen any specific data about that plan that we passed last January.
The district also hasn't filled all school safety officer openings. There are 2 officers with 28 vacancies.
And it has been explained to me that because it's been so slow to implement, that the data collection, there isn't just enough data to collect in order to meet those policy requirements.
JCPS declined our request for an interview. The district spokesperson, Carolyn Callahan, said in part, "We are going through some restructuring on the district side when it comes to leadership over the JCPS police and security team."
I will, continue to remind them that we need to see the numbers on that.
Duncan says she's requested a full summary report and expects that to come sometime in June. The only regular reports Duncan and Craig say they have received are when situations arise in schools they represent.
We know about the guns, we know about the fights, we know about the security threats. It is the format that is at issue today, not the quality of the data.
The board also required a community data review team to periodically analyze SSO's activity.
The data review team, the community team, will meet quarterly, and that's in policy, so that they have to meet every 3 months.
But that team was never created.
I'm not going to make excuses for anybody, but the community needs to understand the depths to which this district is about to change. Marty's staff is taxed, to say the least. So if something has slipped through the cracks here, I'm not necessarily shocked because of the amount of change that is happening right now, and change that is necessary.
JCPS is getting ready to install weapon detectors in all middle and high schools. Kolb raises the concern of moving forward on this proposal before fully assessing the effectiveness of its school safety officers and administrators.
I am worried that we're kind of playing whack-a-mole a little bit with all these different potential solutions, as opposed to really focusing on a few things that could be really meaningful.
Duncan and Craig feel differently.
I think we are getting the information that we need, for example, on weapons detection, to make that decision.
The effectiveness for me is the fact that we've confiscated the guns that we have and safely done so. If we can screen out these weapons, that's the purpose to me.
As board members await data on SSOs, Craig believes recent action to raise pay will make those positions more attractive.
If you're coming out of the academy, if you're coming out of school and you're considering a field, a profession in law enforcement, JCPS needs to be the most attractive position. That's from a benefits perspective, but also a quality of life position as well.
That was Katrina Nickel reporting. Things are